If I got you, you got me. It don't matter what they say. They just wish that they could be the one that's chilling at your place. It ain't perfect, but it's worth it every second of the day. Fuck this drama, count these commas and get high as out of space.
They gon' hate, but that's okay. Got no worries, girl, we straight. About my baby, I don't play. Put any nigga in their place. It don't matter.
What's up, Washington fam? It's your girl Destiny, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm gonna be talking about my delivery when I gave birth to Melvin. He was supposed to come he was supposed to come February 22nd, but he ended up coming March 2nd, like a whole week. So I had to be induced, right? At like 7:30. I think it was like 7:30 in the morning. I had to be induced. So they didn't actually break my water when I got there. They actually just we just sat there and just chilled for a little bit and just waited. They checked me to see how dilated I was and all that good stuff. It was really just a waiting game, especially after the doctor had came in and she finally broke my water for me. Yeah, she broke my water for me, and it was just a waiting game after that. So we waited and waited. I wasn't dilating fast enough. But I remember I didn't have contractions in my stomach. I had back contractions. It wasn't that bad, to be honest. I took them like a champ. All I did, I just laid on my side. I grabbed the little handle that was on the bed and just breathed. I just breathed right through it. It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that bad, which was crazy. They kept asking me if I wanted the epidural, and I'm just like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. Or I would be like, should I get it right now? Can I wait a little bit longer? So I just kept waiting. Oh my gosh, I remember they gave me this medicine through my IV. I forgot what it was, but let me tell y'all, I could take pain, but that pain that I was feeling in my arm when they put that medicine in there was horrible. I couldn't, don't mind my son in the background. That pain was so horrible, I couldn't even tell the lady it was hurting. I was just trying to point at it, and I had my eyes closed. I remember telling her it hurts, but it was so hard to get those words out because it hurt so bad. And she kept trying to tell me that it's normal, that pain was normal. This pain is not normal. I know if it was a little hurt just a little bit, but it hurt so bad I couldn't even talk. I wanted to cry, for real. For real? That's how you feel? Yeah? Yeah, she's drawing. My phone about to die, so I'm trying to hurry it up a little bit. So, yeah, so I just kept going through the contractions and just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I remember them telling me that if he didn't come soon, that I was going to have to get an emergency C-section. When she told me that, I got so nervous and scared. I didn't know what to do, how to feel. I really did not want to get no dang C-section. I just wanted to give birth. It's my first baby. But anyways, so she came to ask me if I wanted the epidural again, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well get the epidural because I'm going to get it eventually. Might as well get it now and stop just going through the pain, I could take the pain, but I might as well just get it and just not even deal with the pain at all, So I ended up getting the epidural, and I didn't feel nothing after that. From my stomach all the way to my toes, I didn't feel nothing. I needed help to move on my sides, and that's what I kept doing. I kept moving from my left side to my right side. I never actually sat up, but after I finally sat up, that's when everything started moving. Everything moved so fast. I started dilating. Melvin, I started dilating faster, and he was coming. I remember Melvin was going to get some food, right? And I'm telling him, okay, but don't go too far, don't take too long, because he can come anytime right now, literally any second. So he goes, gets some food, and I'm there just concentrating on my breathing. The nurses told me if I felt like I needed to push to let them know. Melvin was on his way back, like he was in the parking lot, and I had called them, and I'm like, where you at? Because I feel like I'm about to push. Like, I'm about to tell these nurses I'm about to be ready. And he was like, I'm on my way, I'm coming. So I guess they start running, to the room, and he made it on time. He made it like just in time. The doctors had came in already, and he came in, and they checked me and everything, and they were like, yep, you're ready. 10 centimeters, I'm ready. And so, like, they were telling me how when a contraction comes, to push. So each contraction that came, I just pushed. I tried my hardest. Like, I was getting lightheaded. I felt like because I couldn't feel nothing, I feel like I wasn't pushing right. So I ended up feeling uncomfortable, so I ended up telling them if I could, like, start pushing on my side. Like, can I lay on my left side and just start pushing? So I lay on my left side, and I'm, like, holding my own leg up, and I'm pushing, and everybody's like, you're doing good and everything. I'm over here getting sips of water. Like, everything was just serious. Like, I remember Melvin, like, he was so excited. I can tell he was so excited. Like he was looking and telling me to push and just trying to help me. But there was this one point where when little Melvin's head was about to, like, pop out, I would push, so it was like his head was coming out, and then when I stopped, it came back in. And so I remember when I was pushing, Melvin was like, come on. I don't know exactly what he said, but it was kind of like this. He was like, come on. And then he was like, when little Mel's head went back in, he was like, oh, come on, babe. And I'm like, I'm trying. Like, what do you want me to do? Are you doing this, sir? Do you want to do this? Because this not easy. I'm telling you, this not easy. When I think of it now, it was pretty funny, because I could tell, like, he was so excited and nervous at the same time. Now when I think about it, I wish I would have watched, like, because they had this mirror where I could watch myself giving birth, but I was scared. I was scared to look. Listen, after I gave birth, I was scared to hold my stomach, look at my stomach. I was scared to lean over. I was scared to look, to all that. Like, I was just scared. I'm like, ugh. But anyways, so he finally arrives. He comes out, and as soon as he come out, I felt like a relief. Like, I was like, pushing. He comes out, and I'm like, like, thank you, Jesus. Like, this thing is over. But it wasn't that bad. I didn't tear nothing. It didn't hurt. Like, I didn't feel nothing at all. Like, it went pretty smoothly, but when he came out, he wasn't crying. His skin was kind of like bluish, and his heart rate was low, and he wasn't breathing like that. So they took him to the where they check him and all this other stuff. So they checked his heart rate. It was low. He wasn't breathing right. So they gave him some oxygen, and I guess the heart rate started going good, and he was breathing on his own, but then it went back down, and he wasn't breathing right again. So I'm okay, mind you, I just gave birth, so I'm just laying there while they're trying to, like, do the rest of the stuff that they need to do. They pushing on my stomach. That's the worst. When they push on your stomach, that made me cry, or at least want to cry. I don't know if I cried or not, but I really wanted to cry. Like, when they push on your stomach to get everything out, they push on that thing. Like, it hurts so bad. Yeah? What you doing? Yeah? Come on, get up here. Say hi. So, yeah, so I'm just laying there, and then a whole bunch of people, like nurses or doctors or whatever, just come in the room, and nobody's saying nothing. I'm looking at Big Melvin like what's going on? Like, And so then next thing you know, I hear him cry. So I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Like, and they're saying he's fine, he's good. I remember when I heard his cry when he first cried, like it was the cutest thing I ever heard in my life. Like, I wanted to cry like as soon as I heard him cry. So after we got skin to skin, he wasn't crying, he was just chilling, you know? Like, he was just, I'm happy you came out. What? What you talking about? What you gotta say? Hmm? Yeah? You see all the hats and stuff? Do you remember when you came out? Do you remember when you came out? Okay, he paying attention to everything else but what I'm talking about. So afterwards, I planned on breastfeeding. So I remember I was getting like so discouraged because he wouldn't latch on right away. Like, it was so hard for him to latch on, and my milk hadn't even came yet, so it was just like colostrum coming out. And so, you know, I kept trying and trying and trying, and then when he finally latched on, I guess he wasn't getting enough, so he was losing weight. And they were saying how, you know, if you keep losing weight, if he doesn't gain at least like a little bit, then we have to stay longer at the hospital. So I remember crying because there was this nurse that oh my gosh, this one nurse, I did not like this nurse at all. Like, she did not know what she was doing. She was trying to get Melvin's heart rate, right? I don't know if it was on his arm or his foot, and he was crying, like he was in the bassinet thing crying, and she's over here like, she didn't even pick him up or nothing. She was just like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm like, he's gonna keep crying, he's just gonna cry. And she was like, I can't get an accurate read on his heart rate because he's crying. And I'm like, well, he's not gonna stop crying. Like, I gave her attitude because like she wasn't listening. Like, he's crying, pick him up. Like, so I'm like, he's not gonna stop crying. So I picked him up and I shushed him, I made sure he was good, and he stopped crying. Like, she just made me so mad because she didn't know what she was doing. Like, and I had her the whole night. She did not know what she was doing at all. Yeah. And I remember being so sleep deprived because I couldn't sleep. I wanted to watch him the whole night. Mind you, I gave birth at 9:30 p.m. So I was up the whole day already. Plus, then I was up that whole night just wanting to watch him. I don't know. I was scared to fall asleep. Like, I would lay down and I would get like right back up, like just to look at him. I even moved him right next to me and I still could not sleep. Oh yeah, that epidural, I don't know what happened, but I couldn't feel my big toe for a whole month. I'm not, like, my big toe was numb for a whole month after the epidural. Like, I don't know why. I never went to the doctor. I don't know why, but it's normal now. Everything's all good. Even though we had a little scare after he came out, he's good. Thank God. But that was my story, my giving birth story. But anyways, if you like this story, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos and leave a comment below what else you guys want to see. I know I'm gonna do one more story time on my graduation because it was pretty crazy. It was crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. So stay tuned for that video. Yeah, like, comment, share, all that other stuff, and I'll see you next video. Peace.